Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast episode for a Money Mayweather Monday. I said that just for you, motherfucker. How do you feel?
Logan Paul had the Charizard, though.
Yeah, he did. With the diamonds. He got a diamond encrusted. My only problem with that is you can't rock the PSA 10 Charizard and with the diamonds and then lose the fight. He should give that card to Floyd Mayweather.
All right, calm down. We got to say hi to the people, though.
What do you mean?
We got to welcome the people to the show.
Ambient sounds early. I don't know if the people are even hearing that anymore. There's ambient sounds. So did you watch the fight, though? You illegally watched it because of the website I gave you.
Yeah.
Here I go again, incriminating myself.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly. Say allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yes. That totally absolves any legal issues.
Oh.
So anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back yet again, another episode. We're being consistent with the episodes. It's a wonderful day here in downtown Orlando. What would you say, Doyle? What's the weather report today?
We got 90.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like 99 with the humidity.
It is humid as fuck outside. I'm going to be honest with you. And you know what? I need to get more in my Florida mode here. Every day we're rocking jeans and like black and like it's 100 degrees. Although, you know, the way I feel about it is I go from an air-conditioned, store or a house to my car. It's it's not like I'm outside doing manual hard labor. Like then I would be dressed appropriately. So, anyway, 30 seconds into the show, we're way off topic already. I wanted to talk about the Logan Paul fight last night. So you watched it, and here's the thing: I love Floyd Mayweather. You hate Floyd Mayweather. Let's have a discussion. You think Floyd Mayweather is overrated as a boxer, correct?
100%.
Right. And why do you think that?
Well, his last two fights were whack.
Okay, what about the other 48 fights the man has had and never lost? Greatest defensive boxer of all time.
Technicalities, too. He, punched somebody when they weren't ready. Shit like that.
What's the first rule in boxing, Doyle? Always keep your hands up. I do remember that, and that kind of was a cheap shot, whatever. But at the same time...
That's what I'm talking about. So that's already one thing.
I'm going to fight you. If we had a boxing match, do you believe you could beat me? Do you think that would get a lot of views online? Should we do a boxing match, me versus you? And that'll finally be your reveal on camera? And I'll knock you the fuck out? That's my bike, punk. I'll do Debo. I don't know. I thought the fight was not good. It wasn't a great fight. I give Logan Paul a lot of credit, though. I'm going to be honest with you. He's a huge ass fucking dude, first of all. He's a big dude. How tall is he? 6'3" or 4"? He weighs, 250 or some shit? He's ripped out of his mind. But Floyd Mayweather is he's like me, bro. He's a little fucking dude, and he's nasty with it. I don't understand what your problem with him. You just don't like that he shows off his money like that. That's your issue.
The entrances were good.
Once again, you just like the PSA 10 Charizard. That's really what it comes
No, Mayweather's entrance was cool, too, Migos.
Yeah, no. Migos, I'm not a fan of Migos. Oh, no, but you know what? Shout out my boy, Lord Fubu. Once again, the hats, man. You don't realize it's a big deal. I know that kid, and, that's a big fucking deal. All these fucking rappers wear that dude's hats. I seen fucking Wiz Khalifa wearing his hats. I seen Currency. I seen Migos. All these big-time people are wearing, my boy Lord Fubu's hats, man, and that's fucking sick, bro. That's big for him. As far as the fight, I think Logan Paul, he had a couple of little, you know what I mean? Little hits, little things, little sticking moves. It was okay, but 50-0, professional boxer, at 45 years old, showed you, though, how serious, the difference between someone who's been boxing their entire life at that level and somebody who's bigger, stronger, I wouldn't say faster than Floyd Mayweather, but still couldn't really do anything. So, whatever. Hey, guess what? They both made, $50 million, and here we are talking about it. So they win no matter what. It was entertaining nonetheless, and I think that's what it was supposed to be. 8 rounds exhibition. This isn't for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was cool. I would watch it again if you know what we need is we need the Paul brothers to fight each other. You don't think that's a good idea? Logan is considered the better boxer? You didn't like that they put up his record 0-1? 0-1 versus a YouTuber? I don't think, whatever. So anyway, we are going to get into some topic suggestions, but today we're going to address some comments. Today's title of the show is Addressing the Comments. Comments are getting spicy out there. There is some constructive criticism from the people, which is fine. I have no problem with it. And since the show is still small enough where we can go through comments and check them out, we're going to do that. I have no problem with that. I have no, any kind of constructive criticism you guys have. I believe the one gentleman wants us to have a better transition between topics. I've seen a few people like it, so that means the overall sentiment out there is people don't like the way that I go through topics and say, Doyle, next topic.
Well, he probably wants pan shots, like transition shots, me touching cameras and moving it around, showing Yoshi eggs.
Oh, before we get into the comments, this is the famous Yoshi egg.
See, can I zoom in?
Don't touch camera die. Still in effect. Always in effect. Shut the fuck up. This is the Yoshi egg, or one of Yoshi eggs here. By the way, all the trinkets today provided by Doyle, none of which are mine. Star Fox trinket, Resident Evil trinket, and then what's this?
Logan Paul.
Okay, this is a 2000 Pokemon game promo, Ancient Mewtwo from the movie Gem Mint 10.
Logan Paul would like it. He appreciates it.
I don't understand.
Maybe I can wear it around my neck.
This looks like something from Ancient Aliens. It's kind of holographic. I like it. I have no idea what it is. I do know who Mewtwo is. I don't know what his powers are. Is Mewtwo a man, a woman, non-binary? What is Mewtwo? I don't want to...
It's a clone.
This is Mewtwo on YouTube. It's a clone? Is that real? Is that part of the Pokemon lore that I don't know? I'm excited. How much is this card worth? Is it even worth any money? It's a 10. I don't know.
It's above 500.
Oh, big man over here. 500. Just throw it around, huh? Can I throw this? Is it protected enough that I can throw this?
Pretty much, but you want to keep the casing.
Oh, is this coming from the same guy that opened up a graded comic? I will always remind the people that you opened up a graded comic. I just wanted to let you, so you could read the comic book.
It wasn't a Gem Mint 10, though.
You're not supposed to open a graded comic, Doyle. It was a 6 or a 7, I think it was. It was Spider-Man, right?
Spider-Man 300.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Once again, this is why I call you an idiot. I mean, one of the many reasons, which, back to addressing the comments. People are, once again, upset that I'm consistently criticizing you. And so the topic transition thing, people want me to telepathically let you know when I'm done with the topic that I'm on and have you smoothly transition to the next topic. Is that something you can do, Doyle?
You could do like a baseball sign.
So instead of saying, hey, next topic, you want me to just do this, and then that'll be like, and you think, and I guess people think that that's better than me just saying, hey, bro, next topic.
You could do like casino signs where you just touch the nose like.
Oh, yeah, like we're doing counting cards. And then they take me in the back, Robert De Niro. What hand are you? They ask you what hand you are, so they fuck you up. Now I'm left-handed. 11% of the world is left-handed, Doyle. Did you know that? I'm a rare breed. But anyway, I have no problem with the constructive criticism. If people are fans of the show, they'll be fans of the show. I guess we'll try to implement a new way to transition to topics. I don't know any other way. If you guys would like to suggest how it would go, then you just let me know. Because I don't know of any other way to tell you, yo, I'm done with this topic. I need the next topic. Half the time I have an issue with you even reading it. Once again, Pokemon Go. I see it from here. You're on Pokemon Go every fucking show. You're not paying attention. I ask you for a topic. Then you make up things because you don't open your shit and all this other stuff. Do you have any... Let the people know. Give me a report where you're at in Pokemon Go. Because I like to tell people how many fucking hours... Anytime that we hang out, you are on that fucking thing. Whether we go shopping at Target, whether we go to the game store, comic book store, in my car, no matter what, you're on that fucking phone. You picking up any women on Pokemon Go, Doyle?
We're supposed to be transitioning topics, though, right?
No, now you don't like them putting the heat on you. How many hours do you think you've sunk into that game? Are we at 1,000 hours yet?
Yeah. It's great, like Gran Turismo for you.
Yeah, Gran Turismo, I'm about 17 hundo. But for some reason, I feel like that's, I don't know why, but I feel like it's more justified than you on that stupid fucking Pokemon Go. I do miss my Gran Turismo setup. Let me tell you, you know me, I play that shit every day. I haven't had my racing wheel and my pedals and my whole simulator set up since I moved. We still haven't done it, which leads me to the fact that threaten your life again today because you showed up late again. What else is new? And then you give me some wild excuse about I didn't know I was supposed to be here. And then I told you we're supposed to be doing the game room so we can get that going. That's another thing. People want us to shoot an episode in the game room. They don't give a fuck. They're done with this. They don't like it. They don't like the ambiance. So what do you think? We should go in the game room?
It's not ready yet.
Maybe we'll do Patreon episodes in the game room because we're still setting up the Patreon so you can get money out of this.
Well, we're still waiting on furnitures.
Yeah, I know. I still haven't called the furniture place to let them know, like, you guys are scumbags. I want more money off my shit. I want people at my place to fix my shit ASAP. But I was supposed to call them this morning. Had a kind of... I got a late start today. I did get a late start. I didn't get up at my normal 8, 9 o'clock. Jessica slept over. It got crazy. And then I don't know what happened. But you were still late. After all the fuckery, you were still late. So it is what it is. Oh, that's another comment we're addressing. My girlfriend is fake. That's the other guy. He said my girlfriend is fake. I'm just making it up. I never show her online. Like I'm supposed to be parading my girlfriend around for you numbskulls to either criticize, hit on her, threaten her life, something weird. There's definitely a lot of weirdos that follow me and the show. So I'm going to do my best to keep my girl out of it, aside an occasional mention on the show. I think that's fair. I don't think she wants to be on the internet in that regard, so I think we're going to keep her away from it. But yeah, I mean, I'm obviously just lying about her, and yeah, which would be so strange. But anyway.
What about if she takes over the podcast?
Well, you know what she told me? She's going to dress up like Princess Peach and come on the podcast.
Hey.
She told me, I don't like the way you said hey. Why do you say hey like that? Calm down, Doyle. Don't, yeah. Keep it, no. So, I'm trying to think, is there any other comments that we need to address? Anything that you saw that you would like to address?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there's people that ride for you. I mean, people.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the comments too much.
You got to read them a little bit, man. What are you talking about? You running the YouTube page, you're not reading the comments?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got other things to do, man.
Oh, like play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So you're wearing a Pokemon hat today. I do respect you're wearing a Pokemon vintage shirt.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was Community Day.
What does that mean?
Well, we got all people around the world coming together.
It was a Pokemon Community Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the comic book store 2 days ago, and there was a kid. He was kind of upset. He came in. He said, "Is there any you guys do any live Pokemon games here?" And he play. I don't know what you call it. And the guy's like, "Nah, man, because we really don't have anyone setting that up or any support for it." He's like, "Well, I'll run it, man. I mean," and then he's just like, "No, man, we play Magic the Gathering, and they do the other thing there." And they didn't. And they basically told him to leave.
Damn.
Yeah, you should have been there, man. Why don't you start that up?
It's not his territory.
Yeah. I mean, he might have had the Charizard PSA 10, whatever the fuck it is. Logan Paul card. But can you use it? I guess, do people play Pokemon, the trading card game, with graded cards? Is that a thing or no? So people because the people do still play, like physically play, right? Or they don't do that because the cards are worth money.
Yeah, I mean, they play sleeved games.
You guys are... I can't really hate on you.
How much did you get that Charizard for, though?
$40.
$40? It's worth $600. I just saw it.
That's not bad. That's a nice ROI, return on investment. But I'm not going to sell it. I just bought it. You know what? You know what happened was the reason I got it for $40, I believe the store was selling it at the time for $200. But I had all those punch cards because I buy like the Carnage statues and all that shit. And every time you get 10 punches, it's like $20. And I had like 7 or 8 cards. Or whatever. I end up coming out of pocket $40 for that card. I don't know.
That's not bad.
It wasn't a bad investment, right? I mean, whatever. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Pokemon, it's undeniable that, I mean, the money that these cards are bringing are crazy. Thank you to people like Logan Paul, that kind of a thing. It's cool. I'll never claim to be a Pokemon guy. Like I said, I respect your shirt. That's on a Toltex tag, which is nice. And you said you got it for like $50?
Yeah.
It's not single stitch. Stop looking at your fucking sleeve.
I looked at it. It's not.
Yeah, it's not single stitch, but it's still cool.
Though.
It's nice. It's nice.
It's supposed to be on a Pokemon tag, and it's not.
Yeah, which I don't know if that makes it bootleg. Is that a bootleg? I mean, bootlegs are cool. This is a bootleg Fila. This is from the 90s. This is single stitch, but it's a bootleg Fila. I like bootleg. Shout out Slobby Robbie, man. Yeah, bootlegs are cool, man. I don't know. We're going to be making some bootlegs. That's what the merch that we're doing. We got all the blank shirts, and I'm working on some designs. We're going to do some bootlegs. I might do some Carnage bootlegs. I might do some because what we were going to do is we were going to do something for the podcast. But then I'm like, I don't know if people really, we're going to do both, but like people just rocking a podcast shirt, the Retro and Rare podcast. I also want to do some other designs too. But once again, they're going to be super limited release. I'm only doing 25. That's all I got. I got 25 single stitch Screen Star shirts, XL, medium, double XL, large, whatever it is. And we'll get there. Okay, so there's no other comments we need to address. My girlfriend is fake. They don't like the transition on the topics. Is there anything else before we get to some topics?
No, people want me to rebel.
Yeah. There still is a chance that at any time during the show, you might just pull out like the Joker gun, the long fucking handgun, and just shoot me.
Like you did Robert De Niro?
Yeah. Robert De Niro.
Get what you fucking deserve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the newer Joker. Yeah. That was fucking pretty intense.
I might do that to you. Yeah,
I thought you were talking
that
about
might be a good idea.
Talking about Jack Nicholson when he said with the Michael Keaton 1989 when his boy Bob, remember Bob, his right-hand man? He wore the top hat and he had that amazing Joker leather jacket. It was his henchman, Bob. He was the right-hand man for Joker. And then towards the end when Batman was coming through with the Batwing in the city, and he's like, Bob, gun. And Bob gives him the gun and Joker shoots him with the gun. I thought that was pretty gangster. Once again, Joker, Jack Nicholson Joker, favorite Joker of all time. Yes, over Heath Ledger. Rest in peace. I don't know. So anyway, let's get to some topics. I know people didn't like that transition, but we're going to get to some topics now. Is there any topics? Let's get them done.
Oh, one more comment. I think you'll like it. The Spotify thing.
Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So here's the thing. I know I said last week that we're going to do that whole thing with the audio only. I'm kind of, thank you to a Joe Budden rant, I'm kind of on the fence about it now because I found out when you upload your shit to Spotify, Apple, they basically own all rights to your shit, which I kind of understood before. But they also have the right to randomly play music and ads and shit directly in the middle of the shit, which I kind of don't like. And also, never mind that it's kind of splitting our audience up. At the same time, though, we do have to be understanding that people don't just watch it on YouTube. People at work, people want to hear audio only. We don't want to lose our audience because we're not catering to the way that they listen. So we still have the website that's hosting that I'm paying for that we're not doing anything with, but I do believe we are going to do something. I just haven't figured it out yet. I know a couple people hit me up already. Like, yo, I've been searching on Apple. Your shit isn't coming up. Like, if you put it up there, I'm just letting you know that I'm not seeing it. We didn't officially upload it to Spotify and Apple because I had second thoughts about it. It is something we are going to have to address at some point because I can understand if I was a fan of a show and I wanted to listen to it and you're forcing me on YouTube, I get it. Just hold tight. We're going to figure it out. Maybe we can make our own website and just do direct.
Man, people gotta understand we're just beginning.
I know. And they do like understand. Listen, here's really how it works. I joke a lot about the comments and people that hate. The point of the story is if people just enjoy the show, they're going to fuck with the show no matter what. If it is only on YouTube, they're going to go to YouTube and watch it. It's all based on the merit and the quality of the show. If the show is garbage, it won't work anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. It's just the way I feel about it. So we do want to listen. The reason I'm even addressing comments and all this shit is I like to keep people included on the show. It's all inclusive on the Retro and Rare podcast. So when we have topic suggestions, because we like to get people involved. Me and Doyle could just rant about whatever for an hour and a half every week, and it would be fine. But I like the fact that I put up a post, and we get a couple hundred submissions, and we got to scroll through them, and we try to filter out some of the dumb ones and get some good suggestions in there, and it's awesome. And people give a fuck enough to do that. So I respect that. And I respect people that fuck with us and support us. And I want to do the best to give them the best quality that we can, some entertainment. Because once again, I'm a huge fan of the podcast genre, of talk radio genre. I watch podcasts every single day of my life. Speaking of which, shout out to the people at On It, which I believe is Joe Rogan's company, sent over the Alpha Brain. So in case I needed to be a little more intense and a little more focused and a little more crazy, I'm now taking Alpha Brain. I don't know how it's going to affect me. It may already be affecting me. I kind of do feel like Joe Rogan now.
It might affect me, the way you act.
Oh, it's definitely going to affect you. It's definitely going to affect you. And I'm going to call you out on your shit even more, and you're not going to like it, but you're going to have to deal with it. And I don't know. I might turn into a fucking Lou Ferrigno and shit. Start going crazy, Hulk. I don't know. Or it does nothing and it's all a marketing scheme. But shout out to the people at On It. Thank you very much. Okay, topics. Let's go. And now, are you gonna read people's names, or are we gonna keep that going?
Oh yeah.
I like when you do that because you fuck up names and it's funny. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, we got the nerd NES TV. Thoughts as a collector with huge backlog.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on PS Snow and Xbox?
PS Snow. Doyle. Once again. So when you read that to me, I heard ma ma ma. You ever hear like what is that? Charlie Brown. Ma 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 ma. That's what I heard when you were reading that. I don't know what the fuck you just said. I think that what you said is the person wants to know about my backlog because I have a lot of video games.
That's what the person wrote.
Okay, but then you mentioned something about PS Snow and Xbox.
Maybe he lives up north.
Okay. Backlog. Yes, I have a terrible backlog. I actually stopped buying newer video games because of that, specifically on PS4. I started, remember that when I went through that phase of just like, new PS4 releases every Tuesday. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And then I'm like, cool, play this game 20 minutes, never touch it again. Terrible waste of money. Not cool just as a gamer in general. So I stopped doing that. I still have a backlog, and I've always romanticized about the backlog. Like, yo, one day I'll just fucking dig into this random RPG or this action-adventure game because it's in the backlog. Not a good idea for me. Because my problem is I keep gravitating to the games that are more the replayability, like we talk about with the sports games, with the fighting games, with the racing games. All of those games to me are just, I go back to them because it's just like I get a different result every time. Now, I do get caught up in stories of certain games that are awesome. You know, Resident Evil being like the remasters. I've beaten all the remasters that have come out so far. Amazing. Still haven't played The Village. Have you played that? I think we talked about it last time.
No.
I have to get into that. I might download that today on just the digital version of it on PS5 because I'll be honest, as I'm settling more into the apartment, I know it's been 2 months now, as I'm settling more and I got a little more free time as far as like at night to play some games, like I'm looking forward to playing some games and like a story-based game, I mean, and including setting up that driving simulator would be next. But and then as far as the other thing, I have no idea what I think the PS Snow, whatever the fuck else that you read from that, I don't understand. I appreciate your submission. Oh, Doyle, hold on. Ready?
Anthony Von Moose, favorite movie quotes. And you quote a lot of movies.
Oh, my God, bro. Don't even get me started. First of all, let's remind people that every time for the last 5 to 7 years that you call me or I call you, you answer the phone or I answer the phone, we say Donnie from Donnie Brasco. Not even that that's in the movie. I mean, it's the way Al Pacino says Donnie to him, to Johnny Depp. Why we do that, I don't know. I guess that's kind of a quote. Or you've randomly asked me, would you get up? Sonny Black? Sonny Red? Like we talk a lot of Goodfellas, a lot of Donnie Brasco. I think the fan favorite movie quote that I used to always do was from Terminator 2. She's not my mother, Todd. That one, when your boy John Connor's revving the motorcycle with the kid from Salute Your Shorts. And then he's like, the foster father's like, come on, go inside, do what your mother tells you, clean up the house. She's not my mother, Todd. Super 90s. Love the way he says Todd. And then he revs up his bike and they leave. So they like that one. I'm trying to think, what other movie quotes am I like always? Jaws. I do a lot of Jaws movie quotes. Black like a doll's eye. Man, I do that one a lot. I do a lot of Quint. A lot of classic movies, man. I'm into
chum some of this shit.
Yeah. You want to come down here and chum some of this shit? Great movie. We just had that on in 4K. It looked crispy.
Oh, Casino has a lot of good quotes.
Yeah, because what is my favorite one from Casino? And I use it on all aspects of life. When De Niro is telling Homeboy, either you're too stupid to know or you're in on it. Either way, you're fired. I love that shit.
He tells him the best quotes, bro.
Bro, that
guy, man.
Dude, Robert De Niro's, I mean, that's prime Robert De Niro in that fucking movie, bro. Everything he does, his mannerisms.
I like the other guy, though. It's like, thanks, Sam. Sam. It's Mr.
Sam Rothstein. Yeah. Yeah. And the cowboy. Remember he fucked with the cowboy guy. You didn't know who he was?
He let the 3 jackpots go, right?
Bro. You remember when he's yelling at Sharon Stone with I take a half of one of these. And that's when I'm in extreme pain. That's crazy, bro. And you buy a $40,000 mink coat. You want a coat? What do you need the money for? Yo.
He says there's 3 ways to do it: the right way, the wrong way, and the way I do it.
Yeah, I literally, my
good.
mindset is exactly like his. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's how I feel about shit. You know. Any other movie quotes? I mean, there's a million of them that we always talk about, but I'm just... Oh, Fear and Loathing. Fear and Loathing is a really good one. I must have the sweet. Yo, that fucking movie, bro. Honestly, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is in my personal top 5 of all time.
Get the fear.
Yeah, get the fear, man. I advise you, as your attorney, to rent a convertible. What do you say? With no top. And Acapulco shirts. And you're going to need the cocaine. I love it. Benicio del Toro in that movie, bro. Just come on, bro. Just, I mean, the fact that that's Johnny Depp is just... And I love Hunter S. Thompson. I've been really looking forward to getting some, like, Hunter S. Thompson art. Like, original Gonzo shit. Signed first copies or first editions of books. I already have the Fear and Loathing first edition book and Other American Stories and all that. I remember years ago, my father, who's an avid reader... You know, I was like, Dad, I'm reading a book, man. And I gave him Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And he read it and he gave it back to me. In 2 days, he read the whole thing. He gave it back to me and told me that I'm a sick individual. That's all he said to me. I said, Dad, you read the book? What did you think? You're a sick individual, Michael. All right, well, whatever. You raised me, bro.
At least you read it.
I can't believe you read it. And you know what else my father also read? I swear to God, I'm not lying about this. The Tao of the Wu. Riz's book. My father read that. I cannot believe that he read it. He read the whole thing. Also told me I'm sick and didn't understand what the fuck was going on. But he understands my connection to Wu and Raekwon and the whole shit. So I guess out of respect he did. Or maybe he lied to me and he didn't read any of it. But he did. He definitely did.
Shaolin temples.
Yeah. Shaolin monks. Okay. Next topic. Sorry, I said next topic. I don't know what else to do. I was supposed to give you the baseball sign or whatever. Sorry. What do we got?
He says Matthew Vania purchased for the crib that was 100% worth the money.
Let's see. Because a lot of the stuff we brought here, the Carnage and Venom statues, definitely worth the money. I mean, it added such a vibe. I know we can't see it. I know this is where Doyle would like to do the pan shot. This is where we're going to do Baby Square. We're going to do Baby Square in the screen. When you get your editing game right or you know how to do that I don't know how to do. Simple iMovie, GarageBand editing, we're good. When you want to get fancy, you know what I'd like to do is get like the punch button where we can I can just hit the camera, hold it down, and it'll go over there. That's when the show gets big time. But anyway, some of the furniture obviously was a good decision. I mean, buying furniture it's still a little bit of a stressful thing, but man, it turned out really good.
Of course, the OLED, right?
The OLED, yeah, you hooked me up with that. You did give me a good deal on an OLED 65 with the fucking crazy sound bar and all that shit. It looks great. I know I went through my whole hissy fit about mounting it, not mounting it. I don't want it. It ended up working out. The stuff in the game room is starting to really look good over there, but I would say overall the Carnage and the Venom statue are my favorite thing that I bought. Excuse me. Specifically for this place, though. And of course, look, the wolves. I found more wolf paintings. This one has the Native American woman with 2 wolves. I got the other ones. I love that shit. I think a couple people saw that from the Goodwill the other day. $3. And I didn't take the price tag off of that one. I paid the $3. I think people have been implementing my Goodwill scam. I've had a couple people hit me up about it. Ripping off the price tag, going up front. I don't know how much this is. And then all of a sudden the $6 thing is $1 because they're in a rush and there's people in line and they just print out a tag and you get it for cheaper. Not encouraging it. I'm just saying. And I've had a couple people hit me up.
They're pissed?
No, they just said, yo, I did what you did at Goodwill and I got this for $1. And they'll show me like a random shirt or a hat or something. Usually with clothes, but obscure items is what it'll work with. Clothes, they already have marked prices. And really, a $1.99 t-shirt, what the fuck? Here's another scam or fraud or whatever the fuck. You know how they have at Goodwill? They have like those, they have the bags full of toys. There's just mad like Barbies and all that. You ever rip a toy out of it because you don't want to buy the whole bag for $7 and then go up front and say, I just saw this on the shelf. How much is this?
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
No? Okay, just want to make sure. I'm letting out all my scumbag secrets here. I did that the other day for a Ninja Turtle toy. I didn't want the $8 bag full of like 80%, 90% of bullshit, but there was an OG soft head shredder. I was like, yo, let me, how much? And it was like, I don't even remember. It's like $1 or whatever. That one's not as bad, I guess, but it is still in the realm of scumbagness, which I'm totally willing to wear that hat. I'm fine with it, and it's fine.
I still got furry head splinter at home.
You have it? Yeah. I want the OG. You know what I want is the OG Krang. And the OG. Well, I would like the Master Splinter. That would be kind of dope too, actually. Let me get that Splinter, bro. I'll give you another Yoshi egg.
With the furry head? I got that at Brad's store.
R.I.P. to Brad's store, man. It was a great place, though. We had a lot of good memories there. I don't know where Brad is. Brad, if you're watching the show, come on back, man. We love you.
He had a Mountain Dew Xbox.
Remember, I could have got it for $150 boxed.
And then he had Rule of Rose, right?
Another one, $100. Could have got Rule of Rose on PS. That's the only horror game that. And what's the other one I don't have? Kuno. Whatever. Those are and those are big boy games. I'm not willing to pay the price for them now because I'm against it. But I'll get it eventually. I don't know. Maybe I'll trade something for it. Because I'm going to be honest. Those two PS2 titles will round out my horror collection like wonderfully, like for real. Because I have Haunting Ground. I have all those games. I have all the other horror games that I ever want except for those two. Of course, could have got them cheaper, but whatever. Okay.
You still gonna get them or no?
Give me another one, Tommy Lasorda.
All right, so we got Tony's Entertainment Systems. What are some old fighting games that you would like to see return?
Any King of Fighters stuff that they bring back, I'm down for. And some Samurai Showdown, which I don't think gets enough love. I love Samurai Showdown. Weren't you telling me last time, or I still don't know if you made that up because I didn't research it, the Virtua Fighter. You told me Virtua Fighter is coming back. Did you lie about that, or is that real?
No, that's coming back. I saw it.
Okay. We're going to find out. People will comment below.
It's on the PS4, though.
Not
I don't
PS5?
think they make it for PS5 now. It's just
Why
like
is
a
it
little
not
baby
compatible?
release, I think.
I don't. Like a digital one, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, you know who's, let me not get off that topic because we're talking about fighting games, so I'm down. You know, any kind of Marvel, goddamn Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Imagine they did it like for real. Not Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Remember that whole thing? I actually didn't mind Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Yes, character selection, not good. Gameplay was good. You didn't think the gameplay was good?
Well, I didn't like the graphics.
The art style.
Yeah.
You like the art style from number 3. Which I think everyone does. It really is nice. And 3 is a great game. Ultimate 3 or whatever. 2 is still my favorite. You like, actually, the first one's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Why is that again? Just because you remember playing it?
Yeah, that was like the arcade one.
Okay. Trying to think of any other fighting games that I would like to see return.
Well, he was saying Darkstalkers. That's a good one.
Oh, that would be a great one. That's an underrated fighting franchise overall. Great Capcom franchise with great characters. The mechanics of the fighting in there are phenomenal. Trying to think.
Isn't there... Oh, Killer Instinct, right? Arcade 1-Up's coming out.
Arcade 1-Up with the Killer Instinct, which is going to be really dope. I'm excited about that. I guess I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that and replace the broken Street Fighter 1. And if you think about it, I got all fighting games now. I have Mortal Kombat cabinet, Street Fighter cabinet, all of these. And then if we had Killer Instinct, and then I want that Legacy. That's what I really want, the Legacy cabinets they came out with that have the quarter slots in them. Because they have Street Fighter 2, I think it's the Championship Edition, maybe. I don't remember. No, actually, no. The Championship Edition is the one that I have. I forget which Street Fighter 2 that they have in the Arcade Legacy Edition. That's dope, though.
One of my boys bought the Big Buck Hunter.
Yeah, how is that? Does he like
baby
it?
Gun, yeah.
Yeah, you love that game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll get the Sega Bass Fishing if they come out with that.
They're not going to come out with Sega Bass Fishing. That is your favorite. I don't know why you're like into fishing like that. I just don't. You've always, remember my other house, you would bother me because we can fish in there and all the lakes and we never went 10 years. Actually, we went once or twice, didn't we? Remember when I first met you and you started coming over? We put frozen chicken. You remember that? We took frozen chicken out of my freezer hooked it on there, and then the alligators were coming after it, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're not going to catch any fish with this, but the gators sure as shit like it. And then I think we hooked the baby gator, and I just cut the line and let him go. Which I guess now I'm going to get the animal people against me because I left a hook in an baby alligator's mouth. With chicken, though. Once again, yin and the yang. Yeah, you got a hook in your mouth, but you did get some nice poultry. Can alligators, they don't get salmonella poisoning, do they? They got the amino acids or something break it up, right?
Yeah, they're gators.
I'm sure the gator's fine. Some of the gators in there are big as fuck. They're supposed to take them out after 6 feet. Some of them bitches were 10 feet, bro. And rest in peace to all those people's dogs, man. But why would you walk your dog next to the lakes like that? They just walk their little baby dog. Oh, everything's cool. Gator comes. Boom. Thanks for the snack. And then you just have a leash. And you're like, well, my dog's gone.
Like placid shit?
It was Jaws. Pippet. 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 Gone. And then the little raft washes up and it's just blood. Yeah. Love Jaws. It's a great movie. Sorry. We're getting off topic.
Speaking of Spielberg, you haven't seen Ready Player One, Rhett?
I saw, yeah.
Oh, that's
read the book as well.
Oh?
Read the book.
You actually read?
I can read. Yeah. You can't read. You're illiterate. I would say you're 75% illiterate. Just based on you reading the people's stuff.
P.S. No?
Yeah, exactly. You're fucking up. So give me another topic.
All right, we got Tejan, 420.
Okay. Hard
to stop drinking. What's up? How did you do it?
Oh, okay. And you know what? As much as I joke around on the show when we play around, I addressed this on my live the other day that a lot of people hit me up and have been hitting me up through my little journey of not drinking, losing weight, being more healthy, being focused, getting my shit together. And I'm going to be honest, and I apologize to a lot of people. I get all these requests in my DMs, and there's a lot of heartfelt, crazy, long messages about shit. And I'll be honest, initially I didn't know how to address it because I felt like, who the fuck am I to be giving people advice? And like, that's serious advice. You start telling people shit about their life, it can affect them, and I shied away from it. I deleted a lot of those messages. I act like I don't get them. And I feel like a dick when that happens because it's not the right thing to do. But at the same time, it's a lot of, we're getting 50, 60 messages a day about like personal issues. And, like when people, I look up to you, bro, and you got all this stuff. It's like, bro, I ain't shit, bro. I'm just like you, man. I have my own problems. I have my own issues. I have my own things I had to get through in life in order to be where I'm at now. And where I'm at now is not even where I want to be. I still have a million places where I want to go. But one of the things that were helping me to get to that is to stop drinking. And I wasn't your typical alcoholic, like, and I called myself an alcoholic only because I drank every day. To me, no matter what, you're an alcoholic. If you drink every day, it doesn't matter if you can still handle your shit. I come from a family of alcoholics and highly functional alcoholics. Rest her soul, my mother, she was the highest functioning alcoholic you can ever be in life. That woman was the strongest. You were basically her other son. Like, my mother was the best thing ever in the history of the world. She never fucked up her bills. Her money was always straight. She never missed. She worked at the same place for 40 years. Like, never fucked up. So you continue that cycle because you figure in your head, well, I'm doing fine, right? My bills are paid. I have friends. Everything is cool. But it's like your health is declining. It's definitely not good for you. Alcohol is terrible for you. Makes you make bad decisions. And it's just not good to be addicted to anything. And if you know you're doing something wrong, like it's as simple as stop drinking. When you overcomplicate it or you drink to hide your problems or numb your problems, you know what? And this is going to sound very Joe Rogan-ish, and this is going to sound very maybe insensitive, but like, yo, how about this? How about watch what you eat and exercise? If you do those two things, take vitamins, take supplements, just start there. Because when you do shit like that, you realize a lot of other things fall into place. Like if you're stressed or you're depressed, work out. Your body's going to release endorphins and all kind of shit. And no, I'm not a doctor. And obviously I'm not a health specialist. I'm just telling you things that worked for me. I lost probably 60, 70 fucking pounds. I don't drink anymore. I have no interest in drinking whatsoever. I don't even care. It doesn't even cross my mind. You know why? Because I realize how much better my life is without it.
But like for July 4th, you wouldn't drink Oktoberfest or something?
You want me to drink? Is Oktoberfest available in July?
I have some in the stash.
That's your favorite beer. Now, Doyle, think about how many beers we've drinking in our life together. I mean, thousands. 10 plus years, you came over twice a week, minimal 12-pack. Twice a week. Well, that was when you came over. See, when you weren't over, I was still going every day. A minimal 6-pack of IPA every day I drank. 7 days a week, no break, and then ordering $40 worth of Italian food every single night on top of it. 7 days a week. Not, yo, it's Friday. Like, drink, no, 7 days a week. Fucking drink. The amount of calories alone, I mean, and then I wasn't exercising, and then I would just smoke mad blunts to the face and go to sleep. I wake up and do it again. And it was cool for a while, but then I started getting into like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this isn't right, man. I don't look good. I don't feel good. I'm not motivated. And I'm just saying, man, like, you know, exercise and the correct diet will lead you down the path, because what you don't understand is just the way you eat affects your brain, and your brain obviously affects everything else. So when your brain is cloudy and you're not making the right decisions, then it leads you down a path of, and those decisions compound. And those decisions, whether bad or good, can add up to certain things, right? Now, there are plenty of people that enjoy alcohol responsibly. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that drink too much and they don't handle their shit. I'm also talking to the people that drink too much, handle their shit, it's affecting their health, and they still think it's okay because they're handling their shit. There are those people too. And I've seen those people come and go in my life, and it's terrible. So I've made a decision to not drink. And it's been since October of 2019, I believe, is the last time I had a drink. And luckily my girl doesn't drink either. That helps. Just by choice, she's like, I just don't drink. I don't really care. So that helps me too. I mean, if I got some wild chick that just likes to get fucking hammered every night, our relationship probably wouldn't last, because I'm like, I don't really fuck with this. You know, but I mean, and I think honestly, you only drank because I drank. You don't even really drink like that. You don't go home and just randomly drink, do you?
Nah, but I can drink on occasions, maybe, you know, but I don't really drink.
Right. Well, I was getting hammered.
Like Gentleman Jack?
Yeah, that was the other. You got into your Jack Daniels bag a lot. You were buying Gentleman's Jack, which is great. But then you would come over and then you would mix it. You would get the better Jack Daniels, which you're supposed to be drinking straight, and you would mix it with Diet Coke or whatever the fuck. Or that's a bad thing. You know, I was screaming at you to drink Diet Coke. Not that it's that much better for you than Coke, but at least there's no sugar. You were just drinking like 5 or 6 fucking Gentleman Jack and Coke. It's like, bro, you just had 97 grams of sugar plus all the alcohol. And then cool, let's order some fucking pizza. I don't know. So anyway, I appreciate somebody sending that in. I appreciate all the people that reach out to me. Mental health issues, addiction issues. Listen, I know it's easier said than done, but it can be done. Just try to like, I know I said it before, but the alcohol, the exercise and diet portion can help you with the alcohol situation. Keep yourself busy. Find something you're passionate about. And if you have people in your life that you can talk to about it, talk to them about it, man. And I know some people don't, and maybe that's why they've reached out to me or other people on the internet. And, you know, I'm going to try to be better with that, man. I can't say I'm a psychologist with a lot of people, but maybe occasionally, man, I might answer some of those DMs. And I actually have in the past. It's just, you know, I feel guilty sometimes if people reach out and I'm just like, what do I do?
Dr. Sheridan's back?
Yeah, but what am I going to do, bro? I can't.
I think the first thing you got to do is just like keep your mind off it.
Well, that's what I say. Keeping yourself busy is key. You know, you got to find something you're passionate about. And, you know, gaming and collecting helps me. Waking up early. I try to preach to you waking up early, man. I sent you that Steve Harvey clip. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. You can't. It's serious, man. I get up every fucking morning and I get out there. I go to Goodwill. I go, you know, and it could be anything. You could be into anything. I don't care if you go for a fucking bike ride. I don't care if you walk your dog. Get in a rhythm, man. Get in a rhythm. Get in a routine. I know people work 9 to 5 and all that shit. Try to come home from work and go work out. Take a hot shower. Play some games at night. Like, relax, you know. Like, I don't want to encourage smoking weed because it is another substance, but I don't look at weed as much as like a drug. You know, maybe some edibles might help you. I don't know. I don't want to encourage substance, but like just try to keep your mind off. And I swear to God, exercise and shit will help. Next topic. Sorry, I'll throw you the baseball sign.
All right. All right, so we got Dope Gaming 91. I know you're into hip hop, but I'd love to hear some of your favorite 90s rock albums.
Ooh, I like that. Well, you know, one of my favorite songs from the 90s that is rock is your boy, he passed away, by the way, rest in peace, Soundgarden, because Black Hole Sun. Black Hole Sun. One of the top greatest music videos ever made. Also, a lot of people already know this about me, but Dookie, Green Day, one of the most influential albums in my life. Absolutely love that era of Green Day.
Taking off the phone.
Yeah, right. From When I Come Around video, for some reason, when I was a kid, I used to dress like Billy Joe for a while with the random olive green sweaters and khakis and my airwalks and my skater phase with my chain wallet. And I watched Billy Joe fucking unhook a phone in the When I Come Around video. So when I was a kid, I used to unhook phones, all the payphones. Some of the younger kids don't even know what payphones are. I used to be notorious for just making sure that I unhooked payphones just because I saw it in the music video. You know, but that was cool, man. Being influenced like that was different than nowadays. The music videos were so different. They were just, I don't know, man. You know, Sublime in the 90s was huge for me. You know, Pearl Jam, like Vitology. I remember my brother, so I have 3 older brothers, and they're more into rock, you know, way more than hip hop. And they put me on to a lot of shit. You know, Smashing Pumpkins was huge. I mean, these are bands that were big for everybody, like Nirvana and shit, of course, right? I don't really have, you know, the Red Hot Chili Peppers were huge. I'm trying to think if there's anything kind of obscure that I was into. I kind of got into like some ska. I like some ska shit, you know, obviously, no doubt. Had the biggest crush on Gwen Stefani back in the day. Biggest fucking crush. I'm Just a Girl, Gwen Stefani? Bro, forget about it. Spiderwebs? One of your favorite. I knew you were going to mention it. I said it before you said it. Yep, Spiderwebs.
Spiders?
But that's more of, ska is not necessarily rock. It's kind of punk, kind of alternative, whatever. But Dookie, Green Day was probably my number one most influential rock album that I grew up listening to. I never was into Metallica, AC/DC, that kind of shit. I never got into that. And, you know, they're not hair bands. That would be more like Def Leppard maybe or something like that. But I would say 90% hip hop. I've always been that way. I actually really like soul music, a lot of Motown shit, a lot of jazz, which coincidentally ended up being sampled and went into hip hop. So they're kind of one and the same in a certain regard. But, you know, like when Tribe Called Quest came out, bro, that was like blew my mind because they were like soulful, like jazz. And then there was kind of the Long Island connection was there a little bit. And it's just like, I don't know. I had a pretty eclectic taste of music. I mean, and I liked a lot of pop shit back in the day, a lot of 90s dance music I fucked with. A lot of freestyle music. I mean, growing up in Long Island in the 90s, motherfuckers driving IROCs, listening to fucking random freestyle music. Freestyle music is, I don't know how to categorize it. Like dance music, a lot of synthesizers.
Oh, Ghost Town DJs.
No, Ghost Town DJs would be like My Boo, the song My Boo, which is a great song. But that's more R&B. Freestyle music would be like In a Dream. You know the song In a Dream? I'm not going to sing it because I can't sing and it would be awkward.
Oh, like Sandstorm.
No, that would be more dance music. That shit, is that what you're talking about? That's more dance music. I actually fuck with that. I fuck with like Moby. Fuck with Beck. You know I love Loser. Loser is one of my favorite songs ever. Sleep on the love seat. I love that shit, man. I don't even know what he's talking about, bro. And what another wonderful fucking music video. The Loser video was amazing. I was so into the aesthetic, and even back then, I just knew something was special about that early to mid 90s fashion, aesthetic, and music, the videos, the way that, you know, like the interviews. Like I was watching that great famous interview with Kurt Cobain the other day when he was talking about thrifting and just being passionate and liking going to a store and finding a hidden gem that you really love for really cheap because you found it and you like that whole sentiment, man. That shit was amazing. Anyway,
all right, so we got September 28th, your hip hop mixtape.
Oh, that I was gonna release. Yeah, you know, for people that don't know, I've been rapping and producing basically my whole life since I'm like fucking 10, 12 years old. I got my first DJ gig when I was 12. My brother had a band, and I would DJ in between his sets. And that's where I got started in music. My father used to actually sing. Like, there's a lot of music in my family. And, you know, so I started rapping. I remember when I was in middle school and, like, burning CDs was, like, a new thing. I found a way in my house on the home computer with the bullshit microphone, literally recording through the microphone the sound, the instrumental from, like, in one mic, like, not, like, professionally. And I would record freestyles I would freestyle about people in school. And then I would sell my mixtape. I would sell that shit for $5. And you know what? I would sell 15, 20 mixtapes every day I went to school. And I thought I was fucking like, you know what I mean? Like, this is amazing. So that motivated me to keep going. And as I got older, I got to a point where I thought I was going to be a rapper. Like, I was like, yo, I actually got meetings at like Sony Records. I was going to be on 106 in Park on Freestyle Friday. And then I just started like, I don't know. It's not that I got nervous or overwhelmed by it. I just felt like maybe this isn't what I want to do. I mean, I was a young kid. I was 16, 17, turning 18. I started getting involved in other things and it kind of fell off. And then in my like mid 20s, I picked it back up and I started really recording, and I made a couple of like real songs and got involved with a couple of people in the music industry. And that's how I met a lot of people that I know, and through my travels in Long Island in the scene. And then I moved to Florida and I got back into it again, and I just fell off, but now I'm feeling it again. And I'm feeling like, you know, I found that NPC, it brought me back to life. I have these concepts that I want to do with certain things. And I don't know, I used to drop all those freestyle videos. People to this day still hit me up about, yo, when are you going to drop another freestyle video? Like, I haven't done one of those in a year or two, probably way longer than that, actually. And then, of course, my, you know, people in my family are in the music industry, like Rob and with John Kay and all that shit, and going to studios with them and seeing shit. It's kind of crazy. So, I don't know. To answer your question, I might get back into it. It would be dope. I don't know. Yeah, give me. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have a studio right here with John Kay, maybe, right?
We're going to have an in-studio interview with John Kay coming soon. Yes.
All right, so we got MC5 Chunk. Which gaming company had the best box art of the 90s?
Ooh. Well, I always thought Sega Genesis as a system. Although, man, like there's so many great cover art, box art from Nintendo all the way through to PS1. I'm trying to think of any great, well, like funny ones, like Streets of Rage 3. You ever seen Streets of Rage 3? The art is, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know who made that art, but...
Well, of course, Turtles in Time.
But the turtles look funny, right? We always make fun of... Or they on the arcade cabinet. But it's the same art that's on the arcade cabinet that's on the cover.
No, it's different.
It's different?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the arcade cabinet's the weird one.
Yeah,
but they look kind of funky. And like April's on there, I think, and it looks weird. But actually, you're right. The artwork that's on Turtles in Time SNES is incredible.
And Hyperstone.
And Hyperstone Heist is amazing. Fed's coming for you?
Ambient sounds? Swatted?
If I'm getting swatted, I'm going to be pissed off. Let's let it... Or they're looking for your green card, Doyle. We discussed that last time on the pod. I did put a call out.
No, I'm 100%.
They're looking for a sketchy Peruvian guy with a Pokemon hat. That's the description. Anyway, the box art, Castlevania. Castlevania had some great box art. I'm trying to think.
Mega Man.
You remember first Mega Man? Mega Man 1 box art with the live action Mega Man guy, bro. Terrible, but classic at the same time. I've always liked Panic Restaurant with the chef on the cover. I just thought it was like, but you have to understand the reason I like it is because it so represents that time period. It's the same reason I like Skate or Die 2, I think it was, because it's a kid on a vert ramp, you know, in the air, but in the background is a mall. It's a mall, and it looks so 80s and 90s. It's got like the plants and the skylight and the mall. You know, I love the mall aesthetic. So things like that, really stuff that kind of just reminds me of that era.
Wall Street Kid?
Wall Street Kid. Wall Street Kid box art. That needs to be on a t-shirt. If I could ever find a promo tee for Wall Street Kid, which I'm sure doesn't exist, amazing. That game is cool as fuck. Remember, we started playing that for real for a while. Remember, we really tried to get into it. We were like buying stuff, and we had to go in the store, and we bought a TV and all this weird shit. I don't remember, but it was cool. Any other box art you could think of that's like amazing? I'm trying to think off the top. Wall Street Kid was a good one.
Well, we have a lot of. I think Super Nintendo games has the best box art. Like Yoshi's Island.
Of course. Yoshi Egg. Dave Yoshi Eggs and Yoshi's Island like that?
Yeah, of course.
Where is this Yoshi Egg from? Just a generic Yoshi Egg?
Well, that one's kind of exclusive because they never had a purple one. Maybe Super
Mario
Nintendo one.
Club. What does it say? Club Moki Moki? What does that mean?
The purple one's supposed to be Flying Yoshi.
Okay. Well, Yoshi, we have to let people know. Yoshi is Yoshi your favorite video game character of all time?
That's a tough one.
Name one that you like better.
Your boy Fox McCloud.
Oh, I forgot you're a Star Fox guy. Oh, what about Star Fox cover art?
Yeah.
I love the Star Fox on SNES. I mean, just the honestly though, I remember my cousin Keith got his SNES and we were playing Star Fox for the first time. It blew my mind. Just because of the polygon 3D coming out of the tunnel, it was so intense. And you already know my favorite line in the whole game is "Good luck." I just like the way it's muffled. Good luck. I don't know. I like that we're nerding out today a lot. I like it though. It's a good mix. It's a good mix, I think, for the show. I mean, they're gonna let us know in the comments for damn sure now. We're definitely starting that fire.
All right, we got a couple more topics. All right, so we got Vintage City Kings. What are your thoughts on the current state of sports and music?
Music, you know how I feel about music is it's kind of a throwaway culture. Too many artists flooded the market, putting out too much music at once.
We got Benny the Butchers.
Once again, you adding an S on the end of everything. It's not Benny the Butchers. It's Benny the Butcher. Shout out to Benny, Griselda. They are the best hip-hop. They saved real hip-hop for real. Benny says that in one of his songs. They say that he saved hip-hop. They don't know that this shit saved me. Like, he didn't save hip-hop, you know. But the thing about Benny that I love so much is he's able to say things, and it's just the way he says it. It just hits you differently, and that's the difference between somebody who has actually lived a life that he is portraying than someone that's just a industry plant that's not real, that hasn't gone through certain things. You could tell by the way he talks, his mannerisms, the subject matter, his flow. And that goes for Conway, and that goes for Amani Caesar, which is the female in Griselda. That goes for the West Side Gun. That's why I respect Griselda so much, because they're different, but they have an old style, but it's a new style. Their merch, all that shit. So when I talk shit about new music, I mean more of the more popular. Like Griselda was super underground, and now they're definitely above ground. They kind of have switched their sound a little bit, like Conway's new song with Ludacris. The Reasons, but the instrumental is amazing. Ludacris's verse is absolutely terrible on that song, by the way. I love Ludacris. Prefers older music, but I was openly critical about when I was seeing Griselda start to transition into more fame, more money, more ears listening. They're going to change their sound, doing songs with Drake. You know how I felt about that. But I think music as an overall thing, hip-hop specifically, some people would disagree. I just don't like the direction I haven't liked the direction hip-hop has headed in the last 10 to 15 years in general. But the other thing was, what was the other thing? In sports. Sports, the only thing I don't like about sports is there's no loyalty in teams anymore. So I love the fact that, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant played for the Lakers for 20 years. And he's in the more modern era, right? I know that he was drafted 98, 97. So he's still kind of old school, but at least he retired in 2016. So nowadays, LeBron, like to me, LeBron should still be on Cleveland. And I love LeBron. People know I love LeBron. He should still be on Cleveland. Granted, Miami got the rings, but he did get one for Cleveland. Cleveland, that's just for you. Yeah. Cool. I love that. That story was the best comeback in sports history ever. Yeah. Being down 3-1 against that team. That solidified him. Now, I know he said that makes him the GOAT. It doesn't. You still need more rings, bro. I got you. You're still an amazing human being. You still accomplished more than I'll ever fucking accomplish.
Did it with different teams, though. Jordan never did that.
But to me,
Jordan
it's
harder. Had the same team.
Harder to do it with the same team than it is to go to different teams. I.e., Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's rings. Sorry, you don't have rings to me. He doesn't. Kevin Durant did not win an NBA championship. Just like who do we always say stole rings on the bench? We said Rick Fox, but he didn't really because he hit a lot of big shots.
Juwan Howard.
Oh, because he was on the Heat, right? He was just wearing a suit and had a clipboard, and it's like, yeah, you got a ring. Motherfucker, you didn't earn that ring. I guess, look, everyone plays an integral part. It's professional sports, blah, blah, blah. But
Jeremy Lin, I think, got a ring.
Yeah, cocksucker, right?
With Kawhi Leonard in Toronto.
Yep, that's another one. Kawhi Leonard, where's he at?
Oh, Luka Doncic, he's out.
Yeah, thank you. See? All that shit, bro. All that shit. People talk about that. He's the next whatever. And I'm not saying he's not a great player.
They won a Game 7, though.
But same thing with Damian Lillard. Where's he at? Where's his ring at? Yeah, I can't do it.
They don't have a good team around him. And Damian Lillard actually stayed with the
Blazers. I respect that. You got to lose. Jordan got to the Bulls. They didn't win right away. They got some pieces, but Jordan, obviously, in my opinion, this is what I always say. If you take Jordan off the Bulls, they don't get 6 rings. I mean, I think everyone could agree on that. Even you would agree with that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't mean that Scottie Pippen didn't mean shit. It just means that Pippen isn't Pippen without Jordan. Because remember, Pippen's greatness came from the fact that everyone had to guard Jordan so hardcore, and Pippen was a great player, so of course he excelled. You know, I feel the same way in football. Just everyone should just stay with their fucking teams. I don't even like that Peyton Manning should have never left the Colts, man. I know he went to the Broncos and got a ring. But it's like, God damn it. What happened to, like, I grew up in, like, you know, Lawrence Taylor on the Giants. Like, that was, like, it was my guy. You know what I mean? Like, it was like there's certain players that need to be on certain teams, for the longevity of their career.
Yeah, but would Shaq would have won a ring with the Magic?
He should have. And he almost did. That would have been amazing. You see, Shaquille O'Neal, my favorite athlete of all time, even above Jordan, above anybody. Shaquille O'Neal had the most influence on me of any athlete ever. When I was a kid, buying Shaq Diesel, great album, underrated album. Shaquille O'Neal's the best athlete rapper of all time. Shaquille O'Neal can actually rap. But what he did was he went out because he was a millionaire and just got, I want the best producers, which is a smart move. He even made, you know, the songs with Foosh Nickens and What's Up, Doc? Can we rock? But that shit is hard. You listen to it now. I still remember my mother buying me Shaq Diesel on cassette from Coconut Records on Hempstead Turnpike in Long Island. She also bought me The Chronic in 1992. It was my first album I ever bought. Thank you to my mother. God rest her soul. She bought me The Chronic, and I remember, years later, I'm like, Mom, I found it, and I go, remember you bought me this? You didn't notice the giant pot leaf when I was 8 years old, and you bought me... I'm born in 84. We're talking about 19... It was the first album I ever got, hip-hop album, was The Chronic.
Not a bad one to start.
And I used to dress up like Snoop Dogg. I used to wear like blue flannels and khakis and shit.
Where he says, ease, what, bitch.
Oh, yeah, from Let Me Ride, right? Yeah, that's a great... Dude, Let Me Ride. I mean, The Chronic is amazing. Matter of fact, just picked up the Chronic 2001 instrumentals only on vinyl.
Oh.
Which, I mean... The instrumentals on that album are fucking iconic. It was crazy, right? Dre came out with The Chronic and then Chronic 2001. Even though he came out on the Aftermath shit in between, but saying the follow-up to The Chronic was 01 and he didn't disappoint. Now, we're still waiting on Detox. Whatever. But yeah, no, we can't fuck with new music like that. I want to hear Dr. Dre anything anymore.
Well, I think Dr. Dre actually is getting criticized for not producing every single thing, right?
I didn't know that he didn't.
Scott Storch.
I know. I didn't know he didn't do Still Dre. Like 100%. Like obviously he had creative input, and I didn't know Scott Storch.
And he had a lot of help from Eminem too, I heard.
Really? For production wise? I'm sure. I mean, they kind of went back and forth. Em and Dre was a great combo. Just goddamn, don't get me started with Eminem, man. I hate that hardcore stans, which that term literally comes from Eminem. They still defend him to this day and say, like, well, he changes the person, man. His new music reflects who he is. It's like, but the Slim Shady LP, how could you listen to that, know that it's the same guy that released whatever his last album was, and you give him the same credit?
Yeah, he's beginning to rhyme like Busta Rhymes almost, right?
And Busta Rhymes, another one. What the fuck happened? Extinction Level Event. OG? Amazing. This new shit, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand how people just... Why are we not allowed to say, yo, Busta Rhymes in 1996? Amazing. Busta Rhymes in 2021? Not amazing. What, because he solidified himself, he gets a pass for life? Not in my eyes. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what you've accomplished. I don't care. You're only as good as your last project. And these motherfuckers, instead of keeping it real to their roots of what got them to the position they are and continuing that path, they just buy into, oh, this is what music sounds like now. This is what it's transitioned to. And even though you're complete, like, you listen to some of Eminem's shit now, and you're like, what are you talking about, bro?
That's what people want to hear.
I guess so. And listen, you can't, I have really been more open-minded with music, especially in the last year or so. I've really said, you know what? I'm going to try and just be open-minded and just open my ears to new sounds and new artists. And I still kind of feel the same. I still like my boom bap shit. The trap shit is whatever. Certain melodic songs, I understand. That's more of a chemical thing in your brain. There are certain melodies and shit that any human being is going to fuck with, especially after hearing it repetitively. I'm still not a fan of Drake. I'm still not a fan, you know.
Travis Scott?
No, but like, okay, for instance, a track like Highest in the Room, right? I can appreciate the melody and the production. It sounds really good. I'd be a fool to tell you that shit sounds like garbage. So you know what I did? I said, fuck it, because when I put on that goddamn playlist, it plays everything in the world. I can't stop it. I instead of me hitting next, I'll let it play, even if it's some dumb trap shit, begrudgingly. But then I hear more Travis Scott songs. I'm like, no, what the fuck is this, bro? You know who I was late on that I respect more now is A$AP Rocky. But I've always kind of liked A$AP Rocky. No, but like I'm hearing some of his earlier stuff and I'm like, yo, this shit is dope. But he's a New York guy and he's still got some New York style, even though he mixes in the new shit. But I like his subject matter. I like his little vibe. It's cool. You know, it's somebody I was kind of late on, I'll be honest. Yeah,
his early mixtapes were pretty good.
Well, that's the thing also about it. I say I'm late on him. I'm still listening to his early shit. As it transitions and gets newer, I don't know. I feel that way about a lot of artists. Mac Miller being one of them. You know, some of his later shit, God rest his soul. But his earlier shit, amazing. Kids mixtape, shit like that.
What about Rick Ross?
Comfortable Freestyle. I'll never hate on... That's the... Rick Ross, Comfortable Freestyle. I love that fucking freestyle because I love the message in it. I like the aesthetic of it. And I respect Rick Ross as far as what he's become. You know, like he's like a mogul for real. Like he's making money in all different ways. His mindset is great. And I'm going to be honest, Rick Ross could rap. Like as much as I talk shit, Rick Ross can definitely rap. I'm not a huge fan of the ignorant trap music, repetitive, cocaine shit, even though I love Griselda and I talk shit about cocaine shit. I just mean in the way that he was presenting it. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to be more open-minded towards it, man. I don't know. Instead of just being who I used to be, which is just like absolutely 1 billion% shit on everything that doesn't sound like New York-based 90s boom bap. I went that way for a long enough time. So anyway, though.
All right, I think it's the last one or what?
I don't know. How long has the show been going for? Did we get caught in the Matrix? What's going on?
Well, this time I got the timer. I got an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow, we're in there. All right, yeah. Well, it's fun. Let's do another.
Or you want to keep going?
No,
we got 5 hours.
It's okay. Give me another topic, and we'll see where it leads.
All right, so we got. Let's see here. Shadow Banks.
Okay.
Thoughts on the Ninja Gaiden series and upcoming Master Edition?
I haven't looked into the Master Edition. I think I've heard some rumblings. I just don't know exactly what it entails. But Ninja Gaiden has always been a huge thing for me, and. You know, the OG Ninja Gaiden game was a giant NES title for me. Giant NES title. I remember completing that game with my cousin Keith and just feeling like we're on top of the world. That game was a bitch. Just the little intricacies of hopping back and forth on walls and some of those boss fights being annoying as shit and just having to figure it out, you know. I actually was really into when they did Ninja Gaiden Black on OG Xbox. I remember my same cousin... When that game came out, he was like, bro, there's this new Ninja Gaiden game. It just came out on Xbox. He came over with it. And I think it was an Xbox exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. And man, I love that game. I just, the way that graphically looked, the gameplay was fucking amazing. So I don't know what the master thing is that's coming out, but I'm down for it. Ninja Gaiden is amazing. No, now, is it Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden? Which one is it? What do you say?
I would call it Gaiden.
I'm going to go with Gaiden. Just like Mario.
Well, we got another good one here. The Wolf on Elm Street.
I like the name.
My boy.
I like the name.
Cool. Thoughts on upcoming Twisted Metal show series? Twisted Metal Black was the GOAT.
Wait, there's a show, Twisted Metal?
What do you think?
I'm down for it. Yo, you know what I used to love is, first of all, Twisted Metal 2, my favorite. ever, but Twisted Metal Black right there. Had wonderful, wonderful memories on PS2 playing Twisted Metal Black. Got it when it came out. The fucking song in the beginning, which is the famous, the band slipping my mind right now, but what a great game it was, man. Just the aesthetic of it, just the way that gameplay kind of flowed. The story in Twisted Metal has always been awesome. I've always been into the character development, or not development really, but just like the story behind them, and going to Calypso and the whole thing. And even the first game was amazing. Now, Twisted Metal, like 3 and 4, didn't really fuck with, but when Black came out, I was on board. Now, they did Twisted Metal PS3 when they brought it back. Nobody was more hyped than me when that came out. Really disappointed. The online completely fucked. And the game just didn't feel 100% right to me. And I tried, man. I just wanted to love it so hard, and I just didn't. But Twisted Metal Black, I have digitally downloaded Twisted Metal. Nah, of course I own the physical, and I own the other one. There's like a special edition of Twisted Metal Black on PS2. I have that too. But PS4 has a 1080p 60 frame version, digital. On their classics, I've had it forever. It was like $10. It looks so amazing. On a new TV, the frames are perfect, smooth ass gameplay, beautiful, bro. Absolutely love it. So, Twisted Metal is the shit. Twisted Metal is the shit. All right, let's do one more topic, and we're gonna hit the road.
All right, is the last one here.
All right.
All right, so this one's pretty good. It's JDragon272. What's your opinion on select games or systems that had amped up in price?
Oh, like recently, like spikes in. I mean, here's the thing, and I preach this every time. Buy things you're passionate about. If they spike up in price, cool. You can make a decision whether you want to sell it or not. The market is unpredictable. You never really know. And the other thing is, when people say that the prices spike, like I said, the central location is eBay, but you might go to your local game store. They have a game for $70 on eBay. They might still have it for $40. Sometimes they don't keep up on prices, or they might have it higher than eBay, in which case you have to go, hey, bro, eBay has it for like $30 cheaper. Why you? I get it. You're a physical store. You pay rent. I get it, but we got to work something out. So I don't know how I feel. Okay. As somebody that owns thousands of games, systems, controllers, accessories, gaming related toys, everything, I guess it's good news that the prices are going through the roof, right? At the same time, I'm a purist collector at heart. I rather the prices be 20, 30, 40% less and let way more people enjoy it that actually want to enjoy it. Somebody might be able to buy a PS1 game at $40, even though they're like, damn, I work all day, I work hard for my money, $40 on a PS1 game that I most likely could buy a PS1 Classic hack and get it for free, but the nostalgia, I want the physical game, I want the real system. That game that might be $70, $80, they can't do it, but they could do it for $40. And honestly, that's what I'm hoping to accomplish opening my store. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish. And, I say these things out loud. You could hold me accountable. When my store opens, I promise you that I'm going to be cheaper prices than pretty much anybody. Because I really feel like I want people to be able to experience this shit and be able, I don't know, if I could pass the savings along to you and maybe it ends up being an asset for you and you got it for a really good price, like it was 2004 again, and you were able to hold on to it. Maybe you made money. I said before, some people are going to come to my store. They're going to buy shit. They're going to try to flip it. That's on them. I'm just there to provide the experience, the ambiance, the aesthetic. My business guy, like I said, was trying to steer me away from a physical location. I still want a physical location because anyone could make an online store, but not anyone could design a room like I can design a room. And by a room, I mean a store. The lighting, the smell, the music, the way I set things up, the way I organize things, the curation of all the product that I have in there. It all comes from my passion. So, hopefully people will support that, and that's to come later on. I'm still working on it. I'm still building inventory, but that is a goal of mine. I've always wanted to do that. And of course, I'm in it to make money because it's a business, but I'm not in it to bang people over the head. So the market's going to do what the market's going to do. Of course, I'm going to be mindful of those prices. I am not going to try to rape and pillage everybody that comes in my store for super top-notch prices on shit. I want everyone to enjoy it. I want everyone to be happy, get what they would love to, collect, and, hopefully it boosts the morale of somebody. I don't fucking know. What else? I don't know. Anything to say before we get out of here, Doyle? That's something I like to add at the end of the show. Give you an opportunity if you'd like to say anything to the people.
Oh, for real? Well, I think people would like the trinkets, and then Floyd Mayweather's not the GOAT.
That's okay. So that's what you've got from this episode. The trinkets are nice. You got the whatever the Mewtwo Yoshi egg, so people understand what the Yoshi egg is. You got your Star Fox. You got your boy here from Leon from Resident Evil. Cool. I think we'll get out of here on that. And please comment below and let us know how we're doing. Any constructive criticism, it's welcomed here. I'm not going to be the angry guy, get off my lawn. I am open to any and all suggestions.
Share the show?
Share the show? Yes. If you like the show, a lot of people do share the show, and I'll share that on my page. Doyle shares it on his page. And until next time, peace.